A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt this is a club ready to handle this challenge on the road tonight. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Sacramento Kings against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Now a look at the stats for him.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
So the Nets starting 5. We've got Durant. Tracy McGrady is out there with Lee. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Jovic in at the 4-man position. And for Sacramento, Antetokounmpo out there with Pierce. Then it's Divac. Then it's Richmond. And it's Monroe in at the point. And we've got a good one on tap tonight between a couple of teams, Greg, who can really shoot the 3-ball. Some of your thoughts coming into this one.
Well, when you have teams like this, it's about guarding that perimeter. If you don't, they're going to rain on you the entirety of the game. So this might be one of those games that comes down to who has the ball last.
Tip-off goes to Brooklyn. Here's Jovic. Antetokounmpo defending. Jovic passes to McGrady. Inside, Durant. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
And here is Monroe. Outside, Pierce. No good from outside. Here's Lee. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Pierce. 11 points last game. Back to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. Let's go. Brooklyn with the rebound. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Oh,
yes! The elevated playmaking of Durant. Passes like that really bring the team closer together.
Pierce against Durant. Left side Pierce. It's rebounded by Jovic.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Takes it in. Oh, my goodness. What a play.
Oh, my. Doing it with style. McGrady punishing the D for giving him that kind of airspace.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Richmond. Got a hand on it.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
Outside for Wembanyama. Traps in the tray.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, and they took both games they played against this club last season.
And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, the Great One.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Monroe, no good.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Now Kevin Durant. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Five on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Lee. Rebound by the Kings. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
And tonight, I expect them to play better offensively, try to get some closer looks.
Good on the bucket.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
And it's in there.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
The Kings trail by 11. Outside, Pierce. Here's Monroe. Good, and Pierce gets the assist.
And his passing is probably the most underrated part of his game. Pierce is a terrific playmaker on that wing.
Here's McGrady, and he overshot that one, missing. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. From outside the arc, Kevin Durant with the rebound. And here are the Nets. They're on a 13-5 run. McGrady passes to Jovic. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And there's the length of Giannis. Bad idea to even attempt to get that shot open.
Knocked loose. Here's Jovic. Powered down with both hands.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Nets leading by 7. Kicks to KD. Feeds it to Lee. Charity stripe shot. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Kings have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. You know, here we are, Greg, looking at Victor Wembanyama. I mean, can he get any taller?
Well, he's already 7'4", Kevin. But yes, what's amazing is that I still think he's grown, which is scary for the rest of the league.
Halliburton's checked in for the Kings. Holmgren, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Timeout called by the Kings. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Outside, Pierce. Back to Giannis. Lets it go from deep. And that comes off the assist by Pierce. Giannis has got 5 points so far. Here's Holmgren. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 4 rebounds in this game. The shot by Pierce will not go.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all. Picking up that second foul early is tough. He'll have to be careful, and we'll see how much coach trusts him to not get that third.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do.
Substituting on the court.
So with Divac sitting on the bench, this is the group Mike Brown has right now. Monroe is out there with Halliburton. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then it's Richmond. And it's Cowens in at the 5 down low. And he gets it to go. Richmond's got 5 points in the quarter.
A bona fide playmaker. Halliburton makes his teammates better.
McGrady against Halliburton from 11 feet away. And the Nets miss again.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Cowens, and the rejection by Holmgren. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. After a fantastic first season under Coach Mike Brown, the Kings are ready for bigger and better things in year 2. Brown said, "This is probably the first opportunity I've had that allows me to do what I feel was necessary to get the team headed in the right direction." There wasn't going to be much pushback because they were looking for somebody to give them guidance and direction. And he certainly embraced that responsibility, Kevin.
I like that. Yeah, he has embraced it. Good stuff, David, and thank you for the report.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Cowens passes to Monroe. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Nets. They've led by as many as 14 points.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And the NBA looking to reduce the amount of carrying recently. Seems like GA ball handlers had to adjust.
You know, guards can get away with a lot these days, and it's hard for players and refs to make that adjustment. Ultimately, things need to be kept in check.
DeBusschere, he's checked in for Halliburton. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Miller's checked in. Here's Richmond. No good off the back of the rim.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Lee outside. It's blocked. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Holmgren kicks to Miller. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McGrady, and he makes good on the layup. McGrady's got 14.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now here's Giannis. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis.
And a big part of that was his aggressiveness, drawing contact and getting to the line.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Timeout called by the Kings. Evans is checked in for Sacramento. Pierce comes in for DeBusschere. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant comes in for Miller. Pierce with it. He's got 11. Floats one, and he lays it up and in. Pierce has got 6 points in the quarter.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
The Kings trail by 12. Antetokounmpo passes to Pierce, and he comes up with the deuce. 10 points for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
KD with the bucket.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Lee against Monroe. Giannis outside. Wants to get it to Richmond and does. Over McGrady. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Richmond.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Lee gets the bucket.
Lee. Assist goes to Tracy McGrady.
1:14 left in the first half. Here's Monroe. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis.
And also 3 steals, so he showed some grit and determination on the defensive side.
They get it back. Second chance shot. Divac, that's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
It's the Nets now. 10-point lead. There's the pass to Lee. Back to Wembanyama. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Sacramento's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Pierce against KD. Pierce kicks to Monroe. From deep onto the Kumbo. The rebound by the Nets. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Lee gets the bucket.
He's looked practically unstoppable this quarter. The defense, yeah, well, they haven't had many answers for him.
Monroe looking around. That one goes in. Monroe's got 8 points.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Also relying on his skill there. That's a nice move against length.
Lee kicks to McGrady. 1 second left. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And so it's Brooklyn, finding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
And for their matchup with the Clippers, even though they're ranked a bit higher, the talent on both teams is somewhat comparable. Could come down to which side controls the pace.
Do you prefer comparable or comparable, Kenny? I always say comparable. But that can definitely shift the tide in either direction. We'll see how their styles match up. And now looking at our current game in progress, a disaster of a first half for the Kings.
If you can't get stops, you can't get wins. I'm not seeing the fight, the fire. Time to get angry. Otherwise, we can call it now.
Some tough love from Dr. O'Neill. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And so it's Monroe with it, bringing it up for the Kings. 15-point game. So for Brooklyn now, they've got Tracy McGrady. He's out there with the great one. Wembanyama's out there with Durant. And it's Jovic in at the power forward position. For 3, Richmond. It's rebounded by Jovic.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Richmond. With the teardrop, 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
On a roll here tonight. Richmond with a lot of offensive tools, and he is happy to show them off.
Pass to Jovic. McGrady outside. Buries the long-range jumper. McGrady's got 17.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Here's Monroe. Softly drops in the floater. He's got 10.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
The drive by Lee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Earl Monroe. That free throw from Lee is good. And both free throws good for Lee.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Lee against Monroe. To the middle, Durant with the steal. Now the dish to Lee. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 4th assist in this one. The Kings trail by 18. Here's Monroe. He dishes it to Richmond. It's blocked. In transition, here come the Nets. Lee gets the bucket.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Shot to stop the run. They get the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Oh, and the jam by Durant.
A creative move by Durant. That's a big flex on the defense.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Kings Houston.
Here's a look at some stats for Pierce. He's been a factor for them over the last month, averaging 12 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities about 1,000%.
Down low. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And right now, Pierce is feeling it. His guys would be wise to keep finding him.
Lee dishes to KD. Lee passes to KD. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, KD's got 25 points in the game. The Kings have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. Richmond against McGrady. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Sacramento has possession. Passes it to Divac. 6 to shoot. Pierce with a wide open look. And he's good on the 3-ball. Pierce has got 18 points in the game.
And when your mechanics are as strong as Pierce's, putting up a quick shot is not that hard.
Here's Lee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
3rd personal foul.
It's going to go on Earl Monroe.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
And so he makes both from the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Ring shot on the way. It's rebounded by Jovic. Jovic has got his 6th rebound on the night.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Lee. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game, 10 for 13.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Giannis dishes to Divac. Monroe outside. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Durant the pass to Lee. And Lee with the stuff.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him. So it'll be Paul Pierce shooting. It's on Kevin Durant. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Oh, they've been punishing the inside defense consistently in this one. Look, it's been a very productive area of the floor for them.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
And a wide open look for Lee. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
That's his 3rd 3 of the half after putting up a pair before halftime. Fantastic shooting display from him.
It's Pierce on the wing, guarded by KD. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pierce kicks to Giannis, and he lobs it up toward the rim. To the paint, here's Jovic, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Pierce the pass to Divac. Oh, and the jam by Divac.
Yeah, playing to his strengths. Divac using that reach to go up over the D for the finish.
Here's Lee. Lays it up and banks it in. Lee's got 39.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Monroe wide open. No good with the triple.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
Outside Pierce. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Kevin Durant.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that...
Whoa, look out!
Goodness.
Look out!
Wow, okay, I see you.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Lee with the block. Now the pass to Holmgren. The drive by Lee. Durant finds Wembanyama. The three ball. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Wembanyama has got 11 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
To stop the run, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing that near 7-foot frame.
Steve Kerr's checked in for Brooklyn. Price comes in for Wembanyama. Greg, we were just talking about Chet Holmgren, and he's a lot tougher, I think, than his frame might indicate.
Physically and mentally, he does not back down. In fact, he's often the one who initiates contact. You think you're going to bully him, he's going to try to bully you.
Halliburton kicks to Giannis. No good on the three.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, this is a testament to how competitive Durant is, able to score against physical defenders.
Great shooting for him at the foul line tonight, 7 of 7.
And a lot of his points coming by way of the free throw.
Pass to Pierce. To the inside. Here's Divac. Lee with the block. And here's Price for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at Sacramento. They were hoping to get off to a better start to the season. Things are still early, so they still may have a chance.
And checking out Sacramento, they haven't looked anything like the team we thought they'd be this year. Still such a long way to go. They could be in line for a long, tumultuous season.
Yeah, I'm not sure this can be written off just as a slow start. I think this might be the team that they are.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, without question, the game has changed in recent years, and there's always a debate about which game is better. Hall of Famer Julius Erving said in the 80s, nobody shot three-point shots unless they were down, and it was out of desperation. The line was there, but the game was played inside that line. The game was played in the paint, inside out. Kevin, different does not mean better or worse.
I would agree. The game rolls on, doesn't it, David? You've been in this league a long time. The game rolls on.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Oh, and the jam by Divac.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. That one falls. Lee's got 49 points in the game.
those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Halliburton outside. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touched by Lee.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Halliburton, that's good.
The touch on Halliburton's shot really opens the floor up for him, letting him get to that mid-range.
Monroe against Kerr. Good work defensively by Monroe. Sacramento's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Cowens. The kick out to Pierce. Hits it from three-point range. Pierce has got 10 points in the quarter.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Kerr, the pass to Lee. Now Price. Lee in the posts. Pierce on him. And here's Kerr from the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And that's his specialty. Kerr is out there to space the floor for his teammates and knock down triple.
Next foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
That free throw good from Monroe. Jackson, he's checked in for Kerr. So he gets them both. There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Passes to Lee. Hits it again. Wow. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. Pierce feeling it out a bit. Halliburton for three. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, but he's still been unable to connect from deep past the break.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Seems like Durant barely has to jump between his height, his long arms. It just makes the putback so easy.
Halliburton kicks to Pierce. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Just 5 on the clock. Fader on the way. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Puts it up from 15. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And Durant's jumper is as pure as it gets. You just assume ahead of time it's going in.
Here's Monroe. And so it's Brooklyn with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. We'll return shortly. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the... And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the...
Get home safe.